Greetings, fellow wanderers. Jacob Wile here,
And Tiki too.
and welcome to Wandering Over Yonder, the vlog series where I take Tiki here on a voyage through Craig McCracken's madcap Disney XD series, Wander Over Yonder. Having been to the show before, it is my job to show him the ins and outs of this strange universe. And this time we have The Void.
Hey, yo, Disney, with all your live-action remakes up in here, with all your live-action remakes, I'm coming to you right now, and I'm challenging you, Disney. I dare you to remake this in live action. There is no way you can remake this in live action. Jacob, this episode is beautiful. I love this episode. It is absolutely everything you built it up to be and more.
Didn't I tell you?
Number one with a bullet for me. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, I knew you'd love this episode.
This is amazing. This is...
Jacob,
you know what it feels like?
Duck Amuck.
No, it feels like I literally just got 20 minutes of Yellow Submarine deleted scenes.
Oh yeah, that would be a good
That's
summation.
absolutely what it feels like to me, and it's amazing.
Yeah, you kept saying how you how this episode basically embraces the Disney side of Looney Tunes. I mean, this episode is totally encompasses that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this basically episode has been described as like a love letter to things like Duck Amuck and things like that.
And there's also a lot of stuff like Donald Duck and Mathemagic Land.
Yeah, basically it plays with the animation itself essentially.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, it'd be a lot harder to do. Forced perspective is a thing in live action; it's just a lot harder to pull off.
Well, Disneyland.
Well, they do it well.
Disneyland does it very well, Jacob.
Well, I don't doubt that.
You know how well Disneyland does it?
How?
They do it so well that Disneyland itself tells its own story. It tells its own movie. And that's what I want to explore in Disneyland the Movie, the new documentary I'm going to be shooting while I'm at Disneyland for the next 6 days.
Nice.
Yep. New documentary project. Stoked for it.
Going all Escape from Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not Escape from Tomorrow. It's not Escape from Tomorrow.
I know, I'm just joking. But
anyways, I'll be lucky if it turns out half as good as Escape from Tomorrow, in all honesty.
But back to this.
Yes. I'm sorry. Shameless plug. Shameless self-promotion. Okay, so episode plot is very simple. It's just Wander finds a door just in the middle of the galaxy.
Yes. And he and Sylvia decide to enter it and see what's inside.
Well, before he decides to enter it. I mean, come on. It's like...
Sylvia goes along with it.
So there's no way that we're just going to go, ignore this door, have a normal day, maybe relax a little. Wander's just like, nope. Shaking his head. All right, let's go. And then they just enter Yellow Submarine Land. And that's the episode.
Where
good
are
night, folks. Good podcast, Jacob.
Yes, good podcast.
I'm kidding.
Where are we? The Void.
But seriously, that's all you need to know, really, is the Yellow Submarine of it all. I don't know. Am I blowing that too far out of proportions, that comparison?
I mean, we could talk about some of the things that go on if you want. I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
For sure. Anyways, it's fine.
We don't have to go over beat by beat every single gag, but some of your favorites, things that happened.
Well, I mean, God, there's just so much. It's I love the over the top water balloon fight.
I like the forced perspective, where they walk in different directions, then Wander's suddenly so much bigger than Sylvia.
Yeah, the different changing sizes. Jacob's just throughout the whole show, throughout the whole 10 minutes, it's just a showcase of animation. I love it. It reminds me of a showcase Silly Symphony or something like that. I don't know.
Well, but with music instead of talking instead of classical music.
Right. There's just so much, Jacob. I feel because there's so much, I kind of just have to recommend that the audience sees it for themselves, because I wouldn't even know where to start with going through it beat by beat or anything like that. I mean, I love it all. So that's why it's hard for me to pick out a favorite moment in particular. So why don't you help me out here? What are some of your favorite moments?
I kind of like the gag where they keep opening the doors and like going through all the doors. It's a well done. So it's done in like every show like this, but it's done well here.
It's edited together really well.
And mainly because she pulls out a giant axe and destroys everything. And there's actually several freeze frame bonuses for when she keeps opening and closing the door.
Oh yeah.
And there are a brick wall, a live human eyeball, Lord Hater showering.
Okay, so yeah, Hater does have like a brief cameo in these 2 episodes.
Yeah.
He's totally banging.
And he's in the shower too.
Oh God.
I think that there's.
I just like to get squeaky clean for the ladies, Jacob. There's no shame in that.
Totally banging.
Anyways.
Yeah, there's even a message from Craig McCracken who says, like, thanks you for watching Wander Over Yonder and taking the time to still frame this.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
He knew people would totally do that. Yeah. I also like the overall message at the end of the episode too.
You know what? What I kind of realized about this episode as I was watching it is it shares a lot in common with Weird Mageddon Part 2.
Basically, like, accepting that even though fantasy may be better, reality is still reality.
Exactly. Like, don't you think so? I like. Granted, although I love this episode, I do think I love Weird Mageddon Part 2 even more. That's one of my like top 3 favorite episodes of Gravity Falls. But in both episodes, it's definitely like an exploration of like, okay, this is a world where anything can happen. Anything that you want could be a reality. There's no limits. There's it's just like vast, endless potential. Like your imagination is as wild as you want it to be. And oddly enough, Jacob, I think Mabel Pine's imagination is even more vivid and crazy and off the wall than Wander's, which is why Armageddon Part 2 sticks out for me even more. But that's not to this episode at all. This episode still throws a lot at you.
Yeah, they also had a lot more time to work with too.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. It was a 22-minute episode. Yeah, that's a really good point.
I mean, I'm sure if they had enough time to fill this episode, they probably could have given them a run for their money.
Not to mention, they had a whole series worth of like weird imagery to work into the fabric of that episode already.
That is true too. That's true as well. I mean, whereas that's just like weird imagery altogether. This is just like 70s psychedelia.
And I love how Wander basically just calls out like, yeah, this is psychedelic.
It's like, yeah, basically.
And it's just, I don't know, Jacob. It's just such a wonderful kind of like drug trip-esque scene with the whole, all the different Wanders singing the song to Sylvia, trying to convince her that this is this is the way to go. It's just a head trip, man. That's all I can describe it as. It's just really like, oh wow, this.
And the thing is, you can actually see like how discomforted Sylvia is throughout the whole thing. Like, I mean, like Wanda,
which makes it not just like, hey, we're gonna throw psychedelia at you for the sake of psychedelia. That's kind of why it's almost like kind of Sylvia doesn't want to be a participant in this like crazy trip that Wander's having, but he's kind of forcing her to be.
Like it does show like he was being kind of selfish here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But he did. But of
course, in Weird Mageddon.
But of course he did. He did realize his mistake and like realize that spending time with Sylvia is better than spending time inside his own mind.
Sure, of course.
And we've seen how far his mind can go.
Oh yeah.
Especially in things like the box and in upcoming episodes like The Helper, we see how crazy he can really get.
Oh, I can't wait for more crazy Wander. Oh god. Yeah, The Box is definitely still a close second for me in terms of favorite episodes, but this tops it. This, like the sheer visual spectacle. Like if The Box is Wander Over Yonder's Pinocchio, then this is Wander Over Yonder's Fantasia.
That's a good analogy.
I guess so. That's the best I got. Any final thoughts on your end, Jacob?
No, I mean, no, I like how they like worked all this and how it made it like even the moral didn't feel forced like in some other episodes kind of did,
Right, right.
but like it actually worked in well to like how the characters evolved. Like it's basically a two-person show this entire thing, and it really like it plays off very well their dynamic and stretches animation to the like takes animation to its full limits in this episode all at the same time.
Yeah. It's a really strong episode. Like I said, it's my favorite of the series so far. So I am excited to see where the show goes from here, Jacob.
Let's just hope it doesn't.
Do you have a team for the next couple?
Let's just hope it isn't a peak for you.
I'm hoping not either. Yeah.
I mean, who knows? It still could, but I don't think it gets entirely worse. I mean, I'm not gonna say it gets worse or anything, of course.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
All right, the next two episodes actually separated pairs that are separated pairs actually. Then the next episode is The Gift 2, The Giftening.
Oh God. Okay.
This shows Halloween episode.
Awesome. Maybe something we can talk about during next year's haunted holiday hijinks.
Yeah, and like you want a teaser?
No, I think just the Halloween episode is enough.
And well, actually, I skipped one. After the void is the party animal.
Party animal. Okay.
Okay. So it's the party animal and then the gift 2.
Okay. So what's the party animal?
You know how you wanted to see more Emperor Awesome?
Kind of. I mean,
you said you wanted to see more Emperor Awesome.
He's not my favorite character. I don't know.
And okay, but you see more of him here, where he's actually the main antagonist, where his excessive partying almost destroys an entire planet.
Okay, and is this being Wander's antagonist?
I mean, just like he appears as the antagonist, and Wander gets in their way, and something like that.
No, but I'm wondering, like, is he the main focus of the episode? Is it Wander trying to stop him, or what?
No, it's mainly like Wander gets caught up in the partying mess.
Okay, I gotcha.
Sylvia tries to stop him.
Gotcha. That's how it usually goes.
Yeah, that's how. And then the gift 2.
All right. So, Jacob, have you thought about any requests?
Maybe some of the original Pirates of the Caribbean.
Something with the original Pirates of the Caribbean.
Or maybe even the Haunted Mansion. I mean, I haven't seen that ride in ages, or something I haven't seen that's not at Disney World.
Stuff that's not at Disney World. I'll keep that in mind. How about I do a whole Jacob, I tell you what, how about I do a whole vlog just for you? I mean, I won't like credit it to you or anything, but like just like just stuff at Disneyland that you can't find at Disney World. How about that? Would you like that?
That sounds good. I don't know if I'll ever go to Disneyland, so it'd be nice. I mean,
all right. Well, I'm in a gift-giving mood this year, so you're welcome.
That's good. And just for hints for Wander and Sylvia in the gift 2.
Right.
And that's what plays into the horror from Lord Hader and Peeper's perspective.
Oh God. Oh no. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. The Gift 2 and then its sequel episode, The Gift, or actually it's both the Halloween episode and the second episode is their Christmas episode.
Okay, nice.
And yes, The Gift 2 is intended to come first.
Fair enough. Okay, Jacob. So, like I said, I will be in Disneyland for the next week. I am stoked, but I will be uploading videos throughout the week. Do not doubt that at all. No siree. I mean, unless my data just gets totally overused and I can't transport stuff from my memory card to a laptop or something like that. But I'm going to try and get as much stuff uploaded throughout the week as I can at Disneyland. So, yeah, very excited about it. Very excited. In the meantime, Jacob, I've got to go. See you later. And later, haters. I've got a hole in me pocket.